take.
What? What the? Bro, I just got chainsawed. That sucks. What a cheat. What a cheat. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm KeylowK and today we're going to be rating the PYROMANCER. This build is created by Titus Actual. As always, I'll be going over the pros and cons of this build and giving my opinions on it. If you don't know who Titus Actual is, then I suggest you go check his channel out. That should come up on screen right here. This content creator specializes in creating overpowered one-shot builds from scratch in Elden Ring. He also has created guides for item locations, cheesing bosses like Millennia, ruin farming guides, and so much more. So if that sounds like something that you're into, then go drop by his channel and give him a sub, or just stop by and watch some of his content. I'm sure he would appreciate that. As always, before we jump into the content, I'll give you all a quick overview of how we judge the builds we rate. Let's get it. This is just a quick overview before we jump into the content. We rate these builds on three things. Drip, how fresh does the build look? PvE, how much damage this build can produce and how well does it work against enemies or bosses in the game? And then PvP, how well does it work against other players? Each section gets a score from 1 to 10 and the build gets an overall score of 30. I just want to say that I don't have any agendas or ill intent on any creators' builds that I rate. I thought this was a really fun idea to bring to life, and I have the utmost respect for all creators on this platform grinding it every day to create content for us to enjoy. Anyways, that's enough for this part. Let's get into the content. In all honesty, I have to say out of all the builds I've rated, this one, in my opinion, looks the best. I've always liked the look of Blood's armor set. Its intricate details on the armor, greaves and gloves gives it a very eye-catching or striking appeal. The cape and the black knife hood makes this build look badass. The Blasphemous Blade is plus 10 and looks very creepy with all the intestine worm looking things on it. It also does standard and pierce damage, which pierce damage is also good for trading. Anyways, you get the weapon by defeating Rykard. You then get Rykard's remembrance and you take that to Enya at the Round Table Hold, sell the remembrance to her and you will get the Blasphemous Blade. With all that being said, I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10 for drip. I absolutely love the look of this build. Anyways, on to PvE. Let's get it. The starting class of this build is the Prophet. This is also a faith build. The Ash of War is Taker's Flame, which is the weapon skill that's on the Blasphemous Blade. The talismans this build is rocking is the Fire Scorpion Charm, the Ritual Sword Talisman, Godfrey's Icon, and the last one you can switch between the Flock Canvas Talisman or the Shard of Alexander. I'll be showcasing both in this video. There are 2 seals on this build. Titus Actual did say you can run 2 giant seals and I did try it, but in the end I was just fat rolling. So I ended up with the second option, which is the Erd Tree Seal plus 10 and the Giant Seal plus 25. The incantations on this build are Burn O Flame, Flame of the Foul God, Giant's Flame, Take Thee, O Flame, Flame Fall Upon Them, Frenzied Burst, and Golden Vow. In the physic we have the Flaming Shroud and Crack tier and the Faith Knot Crystal tier. This build is level 150 and the stats will come up here. So let's get into the content. I figured we'll try Burn O Flame on the Revenant just to get that one out of the way. Sheesh. I thought I'd use the Ash of War on the Omen just to see what it was like. And here's how it went. The damage is actually not bad. Flame of the Foul God has to be my favorite incantation on this build. It kinda reminds me of Frieza's finisher from Dragon Ball Z.
Hello, monkeys!
Also, I love how it lingers around. Come on, come on. Dodge. Jump R2. I actually got hit. Damn. Got hit again. Dodge. I used the fireball. Dodge. just a tag and mouse game of fireballs at the moment. I try out Flame Fall Upon. That's an actual useful move. Pretty cool. He just ate that entire Astral Ball. Dodge. Go forward. I miss. Oh no, I actually got him. Okay. Actually gets me. I almost died there. Jesus. So I'm fighting Margaret and New Game Plus. I wanted to do an all melee round, just so it wasn't all incantations. So let's see how it turns out. Dodge. Damn, I got hit. Got hit again. Waiting. Dodge. I thought I could dodge that. That was dumb. Yes. Look at that. Sheesh. Impressive damage. And we dodge, charge R2. Oh damn, I got hit again. Oh, come on, come on. Just the one more hit. Charge R2. Let's go. I should have just hit him with R1. Anyways. I thought fighting Loretta would actually be a good fight, and it actually was. Look at that, I hit her 3 times. Dodge. Come on, come on. This fight here feels really rhythmic and dancey in a sense. Flame with the Foul God and Giant's Flame Take V. They synchronize quite well together. Dodge. Ash of War. And get him. The best thing about this Ash of War is that it recharges health. This, in a sense, this fight here is basically to showcase the potential of this build, and it has a lot of potential. I do the Ash of War. I dodge his attacks. I heal myself. Come on, come on. Dodge. Sheesh, that was pretty close. Hey, you get hyper ammo. That was a cool fight. That was honestly a cool fight. I found the biggest highlight of this build was how versatile this was. If you are more melee orientated, then you can stick with the Blasphemous Blade. If you like the incantation part, then you can opt the sword out and just use incantations. You can also change your talismans on your playstyle, which I thought was smart on the creators' part, so kudos for that. This has an option for every situation you can think of, from powerful AoEs to long, mid and close range attacks, and the icing on the cake is the Ash of War can regenerate your health with every use, and every kill you make with the sword nets you more health regen, so you won't be running out of health anytime soon. The lowest damage output incantation is ranged from 700 to 1k damage without the buffs or being charged, and that's O Flame. Then the highest damage output is Burn O Flame, which comes to roughly 1.5k damage and up. Now for the cons of this build. If you go the incantation route, then using them has a slow startup and can be interrupted. There are some enemies that is immune to fire, but most of them reside in Mount Gilmere and Volcano Manor. In all honesty, I'm giving this build a 10 out of 10 for PvE. This gets the score because it has almost everything covered, from AoEs, long, mid and short ranged attacks, and also melee options. Granted, you still need skill in this game, but this build has exceeded my expectations. My personal favourite spell is Flame with the Foul God. Anyways, on to the next one. Let's get it. Before we start, I just want to clarify that this build is made for PvE. Anyways, let's get into the content. So what I will do is that I will do the voiceovers for the PvP part, and then we will go over what had happened today. I keep dodging, I dodge, I keep dodging. Then I do the Ash of War, and we got him. Let's go. I think this guy was a bit lost, just the way he was looking around. Anyways, it was a slow start off. I try closing the gap with running R1. I do the Ash of War, and I actually get him. I just figured I'd keep walking into him to make him panic roll. Come on, come on. I should have done running R2 there, not R1. Damn, he got me. I do R2. He does a jump attack. I do the Ash of War. Flame Fall Upon Them is a very useful attack. Yeah, damn, I got hit. Get out there, get out there. I do the incantation again. I do Frenzied Burst. I see him coming in, so I'm going to try R2 him. Yo, it worked! Let's go! This was a weird start off. I think this guy was lost as well. Honestly, today was a really bad day for PvP. As you can tell by the intro, I got chainsawed, and then there was just a lot of laggy or latent fights. It just felt like all the cheaters were out today. Ash of War, I connect. Jump attack, missed it. And R2.
Some men just want to watch the world burn.
I emote, and he don't. I do Giant's Flame Take Thee. He does his pew pews. I do my incantation. He just hyper armors me with his Ash of War. I honestly thought I was going to die on this, not going to lie. I see that he likes to do his Ash of War quite a lot. I do my Ash of War. I miss. He misses. I thought I could get him with running R2. I try Frenzy Burst and I actually get him. Nice. I saw him coming in and I wanted to try Burno Flame. I actually thought it was going to miss, not going to lie. GG's. We do our emotes. I figured I'd do Frenzied Burst. I seen her coming in, so Burno Flame, just to see if it would work again, and it did. I miss an attack, she misses me. Gets me, damn, get out there, get out there. Misses me again, randomly attacking. I do Flame with the Foul God.
Run, Forrest, run!
I see her running. I do R2. Get out of the way.
There's something on your face. It was pain.
They notice I have a bad habit of dodging right. Running R2, I get him. Nice. Ash of War. See them coming in. And R2. GG's. What? What the? Bro, I just got chainsawed. That sucks. What a cheat. What a cheat. This honestly almost made me want to uninstall this game. It started with this, and then I had some really laggy games. I know PC's well known for hackers and cheaters and whatnot. I mean, has anyone else been chainsawed before? It wasn't from lag, it was nothing like that. He did it on purpose. The thing about it is that people will probably do it more often because it's been brought to the light. But don't get me wrong, I'm not blaming no one. Anyways, that's just my little rant. On to the next one. This build is not too bad in PvP, and I really did have a lot of fun with it. Just so you all know, I swapped the Canvas Flock Talisman for the Shard of Alexander in PvP. So in saying that, let's get into it. Your R1 and running R2 are going to be your main attacks for your weapon. For the incantations, Flame Fell Upon Them and Frenzied Burst were my go-tos. You can use the Flame with the Foul God to distract the opponent, then use the FP Flask or to set up another incantation to use. The Ash of War, if landed, can be a lifesaver, literally. Now for the cons. This is probably going to be the biggest con I will mention, and that is most spells take a while to start up, so you can get interrupted during animation if they are close enough. I kept getting interrupted because the build was too slow to cast the incantations. If your opponent has a lot of poise, they can tank the R1 or they can just hyper armor through it. In saying that, I'm going to give this a 6 out of 10 for PvP. There's not much to say for cons, as this build is pretty solid. If I were to make this more viable for PvP, I would probably change the Ritual Sword's Talisman for Radagon's Icon for the casting speed. I'd also use Azur's Glintstone Staff in the offhand. It also buffs your casting speed by 10%. Then I will take off the Black Knife Hood to keep to the medium load. But that's just my opinion. Let me know in the comment section how you would make this more viable in PvP. Anyways, onto the outro. So let's go over the pros and cons that actually matter on this build, so you can make up your mind about whether it is the right fit for you. The biggest highlight of this build is its versatility. It has an option for long, medium and close ranged attacks. It also has a melee weapon, and the icing on the cake is the Ash of War regenerates your health with each use. This build has some really good damage output, especially with Burno Flame. Your R1, running R1, and the Ash of War are your go-to attacks for the weapon in PvE and in PvP. And for the incantation, well, all of them are really great. Flame Fell Upon Them and Frenzied Flame will be your go-tos for PvE and PvP. Now for the cons. The biggest con is the casting speed for the incantations for both PvE and PvP. You definitely get interrupted quite a lot, more so in PvP, but that's to be expected. With that being said, let's check out the final score. For Drip, I gave this a 9 out of 10. For PvE, I gave this a 10 out of 10. And for PvP, I gave this a 6 out of 10. And the final score comes to 25 out of 30. This is literally the first time I have given a 10 for any category. So congratulations to Titus Actual for creating this build. This is a really well deserved score. I've had so much fun rating this build. Would I play this again for PvE? You know I would. Would I play this for PvP? Yeah, I definitely would. We actually have a tie between 3 builds that are coming in first place at the moment. I will put a card at the end of this video where you can go watch one of the other leading builds that's in first place. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed the content. Give the channel a like and subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this. And if you disagree or agree with anything, then let me know in the comment section. Anyways, everyone, have a blessed day or night, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!